Hello students, standard 8 in physics, chapter number 13, sound. We know the importance of the sound because sound is a type of energy which produce the sensation of hearing in our ears, so that we can communicate with one another. Without sound, it is quite difficult to communicate, because the person who wants to say something but he cannot understand only by the signing language, and therefore sound is like very important in our life. We enjoy the music, movies, the different sounds of the birds, and so on. Now we learn that sound produced by the vibrations. When the vibrations are produced, then they produce the sound along with. We learn about the frequency of the sound. Now we can hear so many sounds, but now the question arises that can we hear all the sounds that is produced by the vibrating substances, vibrating objects? But it is very interesting to know that our human ear also has some limitations to hear the different sounds. Means some sounds are audible, means we can hear it. Some sounds are such that we cannot hear. They are known as inaudible sound. So for human ear, the range that we should know that which sounds can we hear, those are known as the audible sounds. So it is very interesting to know that a normal human ear can hear sound of frequency between 20 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz. So there is the range of the frequency, and that is 20 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz. Those sounds are known as audible sound. Why? For human being, because the human ear can only hear the sound whose frequencies are between 20 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz. So that is the range of audible sound. What is the range of audible sound for the human ear? It is from 20 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz. It means that the sounds whose frequency is less than 20 Hertz, we cannot hear. Means the sounds are produced, but we will not be able to hear that sound. Also, the sounds whose frequencies are higher than 20,000 Hertz, be 21,000, 23,000, 25,000, etc. So that sounds are also non or inaudible sound for the human ear. So the human ear cannot hear which sounds whose frequency is either less than 20 hertz or higher than 20,000 hertz. These both sounds are inaudible sounds for us. So that is very, very interesting. Those sounds are produced, but not for our human ear. And those sounds whose frequencies are more than 20,000 hertz are known as ultrasonic sound. Right? So the sounds of frequency greater than 20,000 hertz, as I told you, known as ultrasonic sound. And you will be surprised to know that some animals like dog or the bat, etc., they can hear this ultrasonic sound. Means those sounds whose frequency is greater than 20,000 hertz, that is ultrasonic sound. So the dog, the bat and some other animals can hear these type of sounds. Maybe sometimes when the earthquake is going to happen, before the earthquake, few seconds of the earthquakes, if you notice some of the animals are getting disturbed. They show some different behavior than the normal behavior. Because when the earthquake starts in the beginning, the ultrasonic sound waves are coming out that we cannot hear, so we don't get alert for that earthquake. But the dogs and that bat and other animals, they start running like something is going to happen. Because before that real earthquake, that sound waves whose frequency is more than 20,000 hertz are produced, and they hear that sound, and therefore they know that something is going bad, and therefore they show some unnatural behavior, like they are running around because they are getting alert, but we cannot hear, so we cannot respond and we cannot get alert. So when real earthquake happen, then and then only we understand about it. Now, as I told you, dogs also can hear that ultrasonic sound. And therefore, you know that the trained dogs are there. The policemen and for investigations of the crime, they train the dogs. Now, for the training of the dogs, they use some whistles which produces the ultrasonic sound. So the trainer used that whistle to produce ultrasonic sound that the ear of the dogs can detect it. And according to that, they train their dogs. Similarly, the ultrasonic equipments in the medical sciences also, some equipments are such, they produce ultrasonic sound, and that can detect or the track what diseases are going on. Maybe you hear the word sonography or ultrasonography. Sonography can use to see the inside part of our body, maybe in the stomach or in the intestine, or when the child is growing in the womb of the mother, then to detect whether the baby is growing properly or not. For that we are using that ultrasonography. So that device is put on the stomach and whatever part, so which produces ultrasonic sound, which goes inside and take the pictures of the inside, and then it is displayed on the monitor of the computer screen. So by that they can find out, like if there is a stone in a bladder or at a gold bladder, because in X-rays the stones are not detected. So it can be detected only by this ultrasonography. So this ultrasonography, using this ultrasound, and those, as I told you, they are used for investigating and tracking many medical problems. It means that those equipments are also using the sounds which are higher than 20,000 hertz. Now we are going to learn about musical sound and noise. Musical sound. The sound which produces pleasant sensation in our ear. Pleasant sensation means we like to hear that sound. And that sound is known as musical sound. For example, the sounds produced by different musical instruments like guitar and sitar, harmonium, flute, etc. So it is pleasant. It produces pleasant effect on our ear, and that is known as musical sound. But some of the sounds, they produce unpleasant effect in our ears. The sounds which produce unpleasant sensation to the ear are known as noise. For example, if we are going on the road and there is a traffic, very much traffic, then everybody is blowing the horns, that will make you irritated, because that sound is unpleasant sound. Similarly, the factories, if you are in the factory, if you go to the construction site, lots of noise is there. Suppose you are entering the classroom when there is no teacher there, and all the students are talking loudly, shouting with each other. Or when you see the live telecast of the parliament, oh, you cannot tolerate that. So this type of sound which produce unpleasant sensation and which can get harmful for our health, they are known as noise. So the sounds which produce unpleasant sensation to the ear are known as noise. Example, I go with sounds coming from the construction site, sound produced by horns of vehicles, etc. So those sounds are known as the noise. About the noise, harmful effect of the noise, what can we do for that, we will learn in the next session. So we are going to finish the session, will be followed by the PDF, and if any problem, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.